Hey guys, welcome back. We have another fun art project today. Esme's here to help me out.
Hello.
All right. So today we're going to be making watercolor resist or crayon resist rainy day paintings. Okay. So, have you done this before with the crayon and watercolor? Yeah.
With the leaf one.
Oh yeah, we did one with leaves. Yeah. So this one is kind of like has like a little bit of a wow factor. What we're gonna need today, pretty basic, piece of paper, some watercolor, and your brushes in your water, and crayons. So it's very important that we use crayons. This won't work with markers or colored pencils, okay? But what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the crayons first. We're gonna draw our picture and then we'll paint over it. But before we get into all of that, why don't you guys go ahead, pause the video, go grab your supplies, and then we'll meet back here to get started. All right, so we have all of our supplies. We have our crayons, our paper, and our watercolor, right?
Yeah.
So if we're gonna make kind of a rainy day scene, what do you think we should start with?
A rainbow.
A rainbow. All right, and then what colors do we need for a rainbow?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple.
All right, so technically that's true. However, we have all of these cool colors, so I don't care what colors you use for your rainbow. You can use all the colors you want for your rainbow. It doesn't have to look realistic. It doesn't have to look perfect. Okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just start, and the harder you press on your paper, the better this is gonna work out. So I'm just gonna start my rainbow with kind of like this pinkish red, kind of a semicircle here, okay? And then all of our rainbow parts, they're gonna come in and just mimic that. So I'm gonna fill up a good chunk of my paper with just my rainbow colors, okay? All right, so we have our rainbow. I put a little bit of grass just to kind of give mine a little bit of a ground. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, okay? So I'm gonna use white. And I know my paper's white, but I'm gonna draw just kind of some clouds up here and then little drops of rain everywhere.
Okay.
It's gonna be super hard to see it, but when we go back in with our watercolor and we paint over it, we're gonna be able to see it. It's gonna pop out, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of try to remember where I draw these clouds. And again, pushing down nice and hard. Okay, so super hard to see. If I hold it up at an angle, I can kind of see where my clouds are. Yours might be a little bit better since it's a rainy day. Maybe clouds should be gray. I don't know why my clouds would be white, huh? But I'm going to add, maybe mine is just finishing raining over here, okay? So I'm going to add all of these little, just short lines, and these will be my raindrops. Do you want to use white for your raindrops? You want to switch it up? Okay. And then maybe I'll go in and add a few more little gray clouds over here.
Are we gonna do the sun at all?
If you want to do the sun, you can add the sun. Where would that be?
I'm gonna have like just you can just see a little bit of it from behind the cloud.
Oh, so it's just starting, the weather's just starting to change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Nice. Add a little bit of sun. Cool. All right. Good. All right, so we have our rainbow, we have our clouds, we got all that, right? Next, we're gonna put our watercolor on here.
Okay.
So if it's a stormy day, what color do you think the sky would be?
Like it would be dark, so
It'd be
maybe
dark.
dark blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dark blue, maybe some like watered down black
Yeah.
would make a nice gray. So I'm not gonna use all of these colors. I'm not gonna use yellow or red or orange in the sky. So all I'm gonna do to get my paint ready, I'm gonna get some water, I'm gonna put it in the blue, and I want this kind of watered down, so I'm gonna add a lot of water this time to my blue and to my black. Okay. I'm just gonna let that sit and soak up a little bit. Shake it around a little bit just so it fills the whole tray. Okay. And then if you want to mix, we're not going to be mixing our colors on our paper. We're going to mix up here in the top part of the tray. Okay. So if you want to add extra black and water it down, one good way to do that is to take black, kind of add it up there. And then I can add more water if I want to. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our watered down paint and we're just going to paint right over top of all of our colors.
Okay.
Cool? Alright, so let's go and see what that looks like. And the magic part of this is all of those white clouds that we drew should start to pop out a little bit. I like that idea that you had of kind of bringing it from a dark cloudy sky to start to add some blue over on this side. And then sometimes you can just add some water. You don't even need to add the paint on there.
Mm.
And your colors will start to mix on your paper. Oh, you're flinging it.
Sorry.
Okay, and then as that dries, it should start to, those colors should start to pop through a little bit more. All right, so we got our papers filled in, got all the crayon on, all the watercolor on. Let's see what we get. Papers are still a little bit wet. These colors should pop out a little bit more once they're dry. But what do you think?
I think it's mine is fine.
Yeah, yours looks better than mine. Maybe I didn't push down hard enough with my crayon, or maybe my sky is too light. But you can see your raindrops, your clouds popped out a little bit better. So, doesn't always work out as good as we hope, but that's how we learn. That's how we make new choices and figure out how our materials work and everything. But I think mine's going to show up a little bit better once I put it out in the sun and let everything dry, and that paint disappears off of the color.
Mm-hmm.
Yours will dry really nice too, and I like how you have the dark and the dark blue. So super cool. All right, so that's pretty easy. I mean, you could do this. You could do anything. You could scribble on here with crayon and then paint over it. You could trace your hand and add designs in there. There's so many different things you could do with a crayon resist with just paper, crayons, and watercolor. So, all right, cool. Thanks for making some art with me.
You're welcome. That was
All right.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you soon.